3 daytime plays for you coming up. And if you're interested in Orioles Yankees, you're really in luck because we've got 2 plays for that AL East showdown. And Zinno, you've got the first one as you're taking a look at the total.
Yeah, my buddy Luis Heel. Don't call him Lucas Gill. Not his name. Luis Heel, everybody knows I made that mistake once. How great he's been this year. A 9-1 record, a 2.03 ERA, a sub-1 whip. You just keep going back to the numbers that he's put out. Look, BP, you have to go all the way back to April to find a start where he's allowed more than 3 runs, and he's only allowed more than 1 run in just 1 start since May 1st. It's either 0 or 1. So he has been fan-freaking-tastic all season long, and he's incredible. And as good as his numbers are overall, they're even better at home. It's a 1.58 ERA. Opposing batters are only batting $1.25 against him. He's only given up 7 runs in 40 innings, 2 home runs, 18 walks, and 55 strikeouts. You could just go on and on. I don't really need to. This is also a series here between these 2 teams where, hey, last night we actually got a lot of runs, which was kind of surprising. But other than that, if you look at all the totals in this series, 4 of the 6 games so far have stayed under. So we're going to look to the total here. We get some day baseball. You'll probably get some sub-starters in there because it's a getaway day. Likely that Aaron Judge is not going to play again for the Yankees. And save Giancarlo Stanton doing 2 things out of the ordinary yesterday. 1, that's hit a 3-run homer when they're not up by 5 runs. And 2, a 2-out base hit to tie the game. So those are things that Giancarlo Stanton doesn't usually do. Hence the reason why the Yankees tied that game up last night. But you could tell their offense was missing a lot in the lineup last night. So we get an 8.5. We get a favorable number. Cole Irvin, starter for the Orioles, a lefty. Yankees are kind of mid-level team against lefties. Nothing special, but he's been pretty good, all things considered. 3.03 ERA, 1.23 whip. He's been okay. And a 6-3 record because he's getting a lot of run support. But the Orioles have proven that they can't score against this Yankees team because yesterday was the first time against the Yankees where the Orioles had scored more than 4 runs. So, yeah, I'm in a good position here with this that I think I really like the spot for the day baseball under here. So let's go under 8.5 between the Yankees and O's for my part of the double play.
Yeah, you and I mentioned it on First Pitch yesterday. Baltimore, going into last night, had not scored more than 2 runs in any game against the Yankees all season. Drop a like if you agree with the under and Mark Zinno. Now time for my half of the double play. Looking to make it 4-0 this week with these, Zinno. What do you got to say about that? Had Miami plus 1.5 on Monday. Diamondbacks full game on Tuesday. Then the D-backs minus the half a run in the first 5 yesterday. I'll stop tooting my horn now to tell you I've got another first 5 run line play I like for this afternoon, and it is your Pinstripes, Yankees. I'm going to look at the side here. Yankees laying the half run in the first 5 against the Orioles. Yes, as you mentioned, they did lose 7-6 last night. Garrett Cole returns the mound. Game ends up going 10 innings. Couple errors really cost New York, I thought. But this afternoon, I like the pitching matchup a lot from the home team's perspective. You mentioned Heel. I'll just add this. Clubhouse leader for AL Rookie of the Year. Not only has the team won his last 9 starts, but he's got the 2.02 ERA, 0.962 whip. Nothing phony about those numbers either when you open the hood, look at the underlying metrics. Plus, when he faced Baltimore earlier this year, Heel went 6 1/3, did not allow a run. Now, Cole Irvin, this is where we'll maybe diverge a little bit on this matchup. Well, he's got a 3.03 ERA, 1.23 whip in his 13 appearances. He's made 2 bullpen appearances this year. I think he's a possible fraud alert because his expected ERA sits at 4.38. Some other underlying metrics, not that kind. He's also 0-2 all-time against the Yankees, 8.31 ERA, 1.61 whip. Both those starts were prior to this season. Regardless if Judge is back in the lineup or not, I think the home team has the lead after 5 innings tonight. Lay the half a run. If you caught First Pitch yesterday, I actually had 2 first 5 run line winners, Arizona and Milwaukee. Let's add one more to the list with the Yankees. Now, in addition to letting us know what you think of today's double play, go ahead and comment down below with your favorite MLB bets for Thursday. We jinxed Grimace. You just saw Grimace on the screen there, Zinno. The Mets
Mhm.
lost yesterday after we made all those grimace jokes on first pitch. Our show best bet is coming up in just a moment. It does not involve the New York Mets. But first, just want to remind everyone about the end of June special we've got going on at Wager Talk right now. If you head to my page, Mark's page, whomever's page, you can get every winner from your favorite Wager Talk handicapper for the rest of June and all of July for just $299. Normally, it's $299 for a 30-day all access. But if you act now, you can get 41 full days of service for that $299 price. I'm coming off a big 5% win last night with the Astros. That was my first 5% play of the MLB season. Thanks to everyone who got on board. One more time, you can get on board all the way through July for just $299. Okay, it's best bet time, Mark. Royals looking to avoid the sweep. And we think they're going to avoid the sweep and win. Not only that, but win by 2 or more runs. Yes, just to peel back the curtain, I bullied Mark Zinno into this play, not physically because he has nothing to be scared about from me, obviously. But, Mark, the Royals are getting it done.
This is kind of like when, as a group of guys, like you're telling your buddies about something that your wife is making you do, but you're just collectively saying we because you have given into the void that you absolutely have any control over what's going on. Yeah, we decided to go to a winery. Yeah, right. Okay. On Saturday when Georgia and Alabama are playing, we decided it was a good idea. No, we did not. Somebody made a decision and I just followed along. Because after what happened to me last night while betting on the Royals, well, I'm just not in a very good, very friendly position to back them again. However, Bryan Power makes a very compelling argument that we can agree on that when Seth Lugo gets on the mound for the Kansas City Royals, it's probably going to work out well. Look, they're 10-5 when Lugo starts this year. Lugo's getting almost 5.5 runs of support in his starts. Conversely, Mitch Spence, the starting pitcher for Oakland, in his 6 starts, the A's are 1-6. 1-5 rather, and he's only getting 3.3 runs of support in his starting outing. So a lot of this is favorable here. The Kansas City bats went dry yesterday against, I don't even know who the hell was. Oh, yeah, some guy named Medina, who had the best outing of his life. Just happened to be when they bet on the Royals, but neither here nor there. And Bryan Power has once again told me that, hey, the Royals aren't going to get swept by the A's. Much like I thought yesterday, the Red Sox wouldn't sweep the Blue Jays at home. And what happened? The Red Sox swept the Blue Jays at home as Bryan Power is chuckling in the background at my misery and agony. But I will turn it over to you now to explain further why you want to go crazy and lay the 1.5. Because if it was me, I would just trust Seth Lugo through the first 5 here because I don't really love the Royals bullpen. But you have a ton of faith here.
Mark Zinno, I think you are the finest people to ever walk the face of God's green earth. Let me just say that right now. Let me also say this. The Oakland A's, the last time they pulled off a 3-game sweep of anybody was September of last year. They had just 2 3-game sweeps in 2023. They've yet to have one this year. The Kansas City Royals have had only 1 4-game losing streak all season. It was recently, but that involved facing Seattle and the Yankees, 2 division leaders. The Oakland A's are not a division leader. They are a last-place team. There are going to be 3 people at this baseball game, no home field advantage. And I think the Royals, I think they avoid the sweep. The price, it's skyrocketing a little bit. If you look at the Wager Talk odds screen, Lugo's numbers are good enough. Yes, the Royals bullpen is a little bit of a concern, Mark, but if we think they're going to avoid the sweep, let's bring that juice down. Let's lay the 1.5. It's even money. Kansas City Royals minus 1.5 on the run line is your show best bet. Let us know what you think of that down in the comment section below. Our show best bet. Yes, Mark Zinno. If you look closely, I have people with a gun to it. I have people with a gun to his back that forced him to take Kansas City today. It is our show best bet. If you agree with me and the people with guns behind Zinno's back, smash that like button. Show your support. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to the WagerTalk YouTube channel, as Mark and I, every Monday through Friday, are dropping free picks. We're not stopping in the summer, man. We've got you covered. 3 free plays every morning. WagerTalk.com YouTube channel. Check us out. That does it for the show. I will not be going to the Guardians Day game today, by the way. I went to a minor league game last night. Akron Rubber Duckies. They lost 4-1 to the Binghamton Rumble Ponies on a grand slam. But guess what?
You're just making teams up now. You're making
those are real teams. The final score was 4-1. I texted Adam Trigger. I was like, "Can I get a line on this?" He didn't have anything, but at the WagerTalk odds screen, we've only got AAA odds posted. But 4-1, I assume the under would have hit if you could find a line somewhere from somebody. I tried walking around the stadium beforehand and just bet random people. I had no takers. But it was a fun night. Not going to be at the day game today. But you can visit our page, take advantage of that end of June special as well. And we will be back tomorrow with more Major League Baseball. Mark and I, where hopefully I will not have to force him, bully him into a best bet, if you will. Until then, let's cash some tickets.